Hello, Bella Vista. This is JB Portello. Welcome to In the Know. This program is produced after each monthly board meeting to give you a summary of the topics and the events going on at the Property Owners Association. In addition, these episodes are posted on the Facebook pages of the POA as well as the Bella Vista Community TV station. So sit back and enjoy being in the know. Good morning, Bella Vista. We're back. Hi, Tom.
How are you today?
I am Sinus City right now because working out in the yard and all of that. So,
As long as it's not contagious.
I don't think it is. Working in the yard might be contagious.
It's never caught me.
Well, anyway, the yard looks great. If it would stop raining, that would be kind of a blessing, but not.
Yeah. And we've got more coming our way.
I know. So anyway, we had a kind of a light board meeting, but there's a lot of stuff we can talk about. Celebrating success to begin with.
Yeah, so Greg Sellers, he's in our marketing department, and he's the key person behind Inside Bella Vista, the quarterly magazine that comes out, and he just does a great job.
He does.
He's so creative with his layout, with the information, getting in so much information into that magazine. He does a great job.
He really does. And it's Bella Vista, but it's also Bella Vista and beyond. So it gives newcomers ideas about what else is there after
Allison and I, my wife Allison and I, will use it to go on day excursions, to go on hikes, go to a restaurant we've never been to. It's kind of fun stuff that Greg makes sure it's lively every time you read it.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Well, we have a sort of new board.
Yeah, we have a new board. I always call it the new board, as opposed to the old board. But we have one new board member. So Tia Bidwell served her 3 years and came off. And thank you very much to Tia. She did a great job
for the
3 years.
Job. Yes.
Really appreciate that. And her replacement is Jason Lloyd. So the results of the election, Jason Lloyd came in first place with 5,428 votes. Mike Abb in second with 4,598. Jerry Barron Jr., 4,457. Sheila Heward came in with 3,981, and Marianne Bradley, 3,446. So the top three were elected to 3-year terms. So this is going to be Jerry's second term, and then Mike, he's served these 1-year terms to fill in for board members, and now he's on a 3-year stretch. Jason's first term, and we want to thank those who ran. Even if you didn't get elected, we thank you for running, because our governance, our board, our committees are run by volunteers. Without volunteers, we can't be successful.
And a good way to get to know all about the board, if you ever want to run again, is to get on one of those committees.
Absolutely. That's kind of the path. It's not the official path, but it's kind of the unofficial path. If you want to get on the board, we'll serve on a committee. Get to know how the system works.
Exactly. All right, so we have a few little things that we need to remind people of. What you got?
Well, so first of all, plans are going well for, I call it New Reardon. We're going to rename it, and it looks like we're going to be closing the building the first part of September. It'll take about 12 months. The build out will take about 12 months. Our goal is to have it open by October of 23, which will be the 50-year anniversary of that building.
That'll be so much fun.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun.
And renaming it and kind of having a hub down there and beginning to build a center. Because it isn't the official center of Bella Vista, but it's what feels like the center.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have a square like Bentonville, but it's about the center of the community, and it's conveniently located. At the same time, we're going to, in parallel, we're going to be doing the new member services building, where you're going to have member services personnel and our water department personnel. So those are going to go hand in hand. So come September, you're going to see some action.
So just be patient, right?
Yeah.
Because as we've said before, you're going to do your periodic, when it's time, walkthroughs.
We'll do tours, but the patience is really a good thing, because that is our largest building, and we have to close it. We can't do the work. We can't it's not possible. We have to completely do the electrical.
Right.
You can't have it open at all. It just doesn't make any sense. And trying to do the construction while it's open, it'll just stretch out the construction time. So let's just get it done, close it. But it's going to be inconvenience because it's our largest building.
Yes. Yes. Okay. What else? What else is going on?
So we've started work on the Metfield pickleball courts.
Ooh, that'll make people happy.
Yeah. So those are 3 courts that are oriented the wrong direction, meaning that you hit the ball, you look up, and you stare straight into the sunlight. So we're going to reorient them. And also, instead of 3 courts, we're going to have 4 courts. So they started the work on that. So very pleased with that. Moving on, so the Lake Ann Spillway.
Yes.
So, we have those voids that are being created by the spillway, and we've had to keep the lake down by 2 feet in order to do the work. They're finally going to start the work today, tomorrow, the next day. And of course, we have rain in the forecast. So we're hoping that they can get the job done. They're there today. They don't start using the flowable fill to fill the voids until Wednesday. So I'm just, please, weather, give us a break. We've been trying to get this work done for 2-3 months, and just the weather has not cooperated at all.
Yeah. Well, the pools are open, right?
Yeah, we're in full summer swing. The pools, the fitness facilities, the tennis courts, we are busy everywhere.
Good.
Across the board. The number of people getting their activity cards is way up. Boat registrations, guest passes, everything's through the roof.
Thank you for talking about the activity cards, because I tried something for the first time the other day. I usually just go in so I can not bug them, but at least say hello to those folks. But this time, we decided to do the online re-registration or, renewal of our activity cards. Piece of cake.
Yeah, it's really easy.
Yeah.
We try and make it as easy as possible. If you want to come in, great. If you want to do it online, even better.
Yes.
We're there to take care of you.
And, with the new system coming in later, it'll even get easier.
It's going to get easier.
Yeah. Tiny cabins.
Tiny cabins, they're doing great. We're renting them out on a consistent basis. Pretty much every weekend, they're booked solid.
Yeah.
Not as much during the weekday. That's always harder, just like any hotel.
Yeah.
Monday, Tuesday, it's hard to get people to fill in the rooms, but on the weekend it's jammed. We're about the same thing. So we're really, really pleased. Blowing Springs is just rocking all the time. Always busy.
Yeah. That's a good thing. Really good thing. Well, I think we pretty much brought everybody up to speed, didn't we?
Yeah. Make sure you check the financials. We're having a great start of the year. There's a lot of year left, but we're starting the year well, and I like when we start on solid financial footing.
And is the supply chain issue getting any better? Not really.
Not really. It's you read articles about supply chain issues, and we have them. We have a number of projects that are delayed. We're doing our best, and it's costing more. It's taking longer and costing more, and that's across the board.
Right. Well, I guess we have a great guest coming up. We're going to find out even more. Tommy Lee's going to be here in a minute. And I guess unless you have anything else to say,
no, we're good.
We'll just say hey until next
month.
Kind
of a short one, but that's all right.
Yeah. So join us next month and stay tuned, because we've got Tommy Lee coming up. Welcome back. My guest today is Tommy Lee.
Hello.
Tommy, you are the Director of Business Development, and that means what? What are you over?
Well, of course, I'm over the restaurants, which is all food and beverage. I also work with recreation and golf with their food and beverage operations. But I'm also over the physical plant facilities as far as the aesthetics and preventative maintenance, most of which are ones that have the golf courses, country club, Scottsdale, Highlands, things of that nature. And really just work very closely with Mac to make sure that our facilities stay in tip-top shape and look good for our members and guests.
Okay, Tommy, let's give everybody a really good overview. Let's walk through the restaurants and places like that.
Okay, we'll start with Lake Point since it's been 5 years, believe it or not, since we opened Lake Point, and it's doing very well. Our a la carte business is really grown, and we're doing more sales than we have in the past. Our banquet business is booming. We just actually this past couple of weeks had 2 very large weddings and receptions, which kind of leads me to one of the questions we get a lot is, when we have major events like that, we have to close down the restaurant. People rent it out. We have large numbers of people, but we have to meet certain criteria. We don't just decide to close it.
Right.
Typically, it takes a substantial bottom line for us to consider closing it, and it's usually 2 to 3 times more than we would expect to make on a regular a la carte night. So it really helps us, meet that bottom line that people would like to see us.
And you give warning ahead of time, like when it'll be closed for a private event, blah blah blah.
Yes, we have the dining update. We put it in there. We have about 3,000 subscribers to that, but we also put it in the PO update, and we post it on Facebook as well.
Yes, you do.
So we try to get as much of that information out in as many places as we can.
There's so much to talk about Lake Point, but I just want to make sure, because I get this question a lot. Well, it's closed on Mondays and Tuesdays and Sundays. Like, it's an event center. It's also a restaurant. It's a fabulous restaurant, but it is an event center. And a lot of your events may happen on those days where it's closed to the public?
Well, we do have a lot of events on Sundays.
Yes.
And what we found, we did serve brunch on Sundays, but what we found was that's only one day a week where we're serving certain items, and it's hard to carry it week to week. So that's the reason we open for lunch on Fridays.
There you go. Let's talk about that, because that's fun.
It is very fun, and it's very popular. We're doing way more in lunch sales than we ever did brunch. So it just made sense from a business standpoint to do that. And also Mondays and Tuesdays, typically in the restaurant business, particularly with the style of restaurant that Lake Point is, it just doesn't make sense to open up and, just for a few people to come in and enjoy. So it's really being successful, being open those 4 days, leaving the Sundays available for events, which people are taking advantage of. And I think we've just really found our niche there that has resulted in a very successful operation.
Yeah, that menu for Friday lunch is really good. My very favorite is that beet salad with the blackberries and the.
Yes.
Oh, I could just sit there all day and eat that.
Chef Joshua he's doing an excellent job. In fact, I'll use him to segue into our other restaurant, BV Bar and Grill.
Okay.
Because he's working on a new menu for BV Bar and Grill as well.
Good.
And what we do when we do a new menu, because people always come and talk to us about, well, I used to love whatever. And, we try to rotate those through on specials, but in menu planning, we take the top 3 sellers in each category and we keep those on the menu. And then we look at the rest, and, sometimes it's a judgment call and sometimes it's an easy call. If it's not selling, we don't keep it.
Right.
But it gives us, an opportunity to freshen it up, look at what we're doing seasonally. I mean, it's right about summertime now, so it needs to be tweaked and changed a little bit. And another factor, I think you spoke about it with Tom, is, we can't get everything now that we used to get.
Yes.
Chicken wings are 3 times the cost they used to be, and sometimes are hard. In fact, what we do here is we're fortunate to have 3 different locations. So we have 3 different locations order chicken wings because they only allow us to order so many, and then we move them all over here. So, there's a little bit of science and, management of our inventory to make sure that we can provide what we want to our members and guests.
I just wouldn't want to have to do that. Thank you. Thank you for doing that and knowing how to do that and keep it up.
It's a balancing act, but it's something that we all enjoy doing.
Absolutely. Let's hop over to Highlands.
Highlands. Yeah, we started serving pizza there last week, Memorial Day weekend.
Yes.
We've served over 200 pies now. Very busy weekend this past weekend, and a very good response to the pizza. It's we use a New York style sauce, The crust is, it's not a thin crust, but it's not real thick. It's just kind of, people say, well, what can you compare it to? You really can't. Chef Joshua makes his own sauce. He went through and picked all the ingredients himself, and it's really, I would say, it's a Bella Vista style.
It is, and I like his use throughout of the pizzas of the onions. The
caramelized onions.
Oh my goodness,
Yes.
That just adds a little pizzazz.
Yeah, the fungi pizza is my favorite.
Oh, me too.
Yeah,
Me too.
but our top seller right now is the works because all of the ingredients, especially the proteins, some of them are made in-house and others are procured through a specialty vendor. So it's, real Italian style proteins.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay, so let's then go to the Gear Garden.
Gear Garden, yes. Fortunately, we were able to open earlier this year than we were last. Last year, we didn't get open until July. We opened back in April this year. It's been very, very popular. We're ahead of budget as far as, sales and all that good stuff. We do have more Pioneer Cups coming. We get that.
Oh, I know. Everybody's like, can you help me get those? No, but Tommy can.
Well, what we decided to do, because they are so popular, is create kind of a collectible out of them. So last year was the luminescent green. This year we're going to have a tie-dye, and we're going to start marking off the years. So this year will be tagged 2022 Pioneer Cups. And hopefully we should have them by the end of June, just in time for July 4th weekend.
Good. And totally renovated out there. Everything is fresh and new and expanded.
Yes, we've put in new benches with concrete pads. We're adding additional lighting to the light poles. What we want to do is discourage vandalism and people kind of hanging out after hours. So we'll have a lot of light that just kind of floods into the Gear Garden without, disturbing the neighbors and the people camping there. And we're going to be adding some other things. ABC has agreed to extend our ABC permit out to the new fencing across from the ditch. I'm waiting on the ABC agent to come back out. And once it's approved, he has to come back out and make sure that we didn't move anything that we said we wouldn't. And but we have a very good relationship with ABC, and I've enjoyed working with them. But we've got a few other little touches we want to add. It's kind of a work in progress, but hopefully within the next month or two, you'll see just a vast improvement as far as, visually and aesthetically.
So you're going to have music there?
We are going to have music. We've started last Saturday live. This past month we had Scott Highnote. This month I think it's the 25th.
It is.
Last Saturday we've got Flash, who is very popular in the Bella Vista area. And
have lots of beer, Tommy.
We will.
Okay.
We'll have lots of beer.
He has fans.
Yes, he brings a large crowd. And where I was mentioning beer, we are looking at what we can do as far as other beverages and refreshments. Of course, we serve wine, and we also have some ciders, but we're also looking at seltzers and other types of things too. So that's in kind of an organic growing model as far as our offerings go there too.
And the crowds have been really, it's not an unruly crowd. It's just a fun place to gather. Isn't that right?
It really is.
Yeah.
And it's a mix. We have people that drive in. Of course, we have hikers and bikers that are right in off the trails. And we have people that just live in the immediate area that walk in. Of course, the campers come in, and our growlers are very popular with the campers. And they'll buy a 32 or 64 ounce growler and take it back with them. Our permit allows us to do that. So it's a very eclectic crowd, and they all talk and get along, and it's just a fun place to hang out.
A lot of, until it gets too hot, a lot of local committees and things like that are meeting I've noticed on Facebook at Gear Garden.
Yes. In fact, we have a local real estate company that wants to sponsor an event out there, and I'm working with them on that right now. But yeah, a lot of people want to use that as an opportunity to draw in more people and introduce them to Bella Vista, which we're all for.
Absolutely. What are you doing for July 4th?
July 4th, of course, we're going to have an event that coincides with the city's fireworks display, which is July 3rd. We've Lake Point does a major event, which we started when it opened 5 years ago. And we'll have about 300 or 400 people that come in and enjoy good picnic-style food and sit out on the back lawn. And we'll have live music again. We'll have flash.
This year you're doing something a little different, you said, at Lake Point for 4th of July?
Yes, we're offering VIP tables. This was the brainchild of Lisa Pappin, our events coordinator. We're setting up tables along the seawall.
Good.
And we'll have umbrellas and all that good stuff. And once you buy your tickets, first come, first serve, you'll have an option to purchase a table, which will come with your own server. You'll get a couple extra goodies. You'll get an extra drink ticket. So it's just something a little different. And again, it was her idea, and I thought it was a great one. And we'll see how it goes this year. And we may need more of them next year.
I think it's going to be a really great idea because a lot of people stay inside. And then, I'd like to see everybody down on the shore watching the fireworks.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so did we do it all? You got any surprise places I don't know about?
Not
right now.
Not right off the top of my head. We are starting to see some off-premise catering pop up here and there. Of course, we have a catering van, and we'll take care of that. One of them is out at Blowing Springs. We're going to do a wedding reception out there in coordination with Gear Garden early in the fall, I believe. So we're starting to branch out and test the waters of different offerings and services, and just enjoying doing anything we can to serve people.
Well, I think I tell you this every time, but it's true. You do a fantastic job.
Well, I have a fantastic team.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. All right. Well, anything else you'd like to say before we sign off?
No, just come out and enjoy a pizza at Highlands.
Yeah.
It's great views. One thing I can say is between Highlands Country Club and Lake Point, we have the 3 best views in the area.
Yes, you do.
So if nothing else, you can just sit and have a refreshment and look out the window.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, Bella Vista, we will see you next month. So remember, keep watching. Make sure that you look forward every month to being in the know. See you later.